All right, hello, my wonderful students. This is part 3 of foldover number 1. And for this one, we're going to do similar. We're going to go ahead and set this one up first. But this is our 3p squared plus 2p cubed plus 4p cubed minus 3p squared. This one's set up a little differently because if you notice that the p squared is actually on the front and the p cubed is actually in the back side. So you can do two things. You can either rewrite it so that all the highest term is on the front, or you can just leave it like this and just write it as you go. I'm gonna for video purposes for you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do it like how I would properly do it. So I'm gonna rewrite this first one here as not 3, sorry, 2p cubed plus 3p squared, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave the other side just as a 4p cubed minus a 3p squared because this is already in order 3-2 descending order. All right, so now we can go ahead and do this. I know this doesn't seem like it's a big deal because it's such a small little swap, but when you have a polynomial of maybe like 4, 5, 6 terms that you have to add and it's all jumbled up, it does make it a little easier to put them in line just so that you don't worry about like forgetting one or missing one. I also like when I do this when I do have a lot of terms and not just a couple. What I'll do is after I write it down, I'll scratch it off like this just so you know that, okay, I wrote that one down. I wrote that one down when you have multiples. When you have 2, it's not that big of a deal because you can kind of just see. All right, it's going to continue. So we have 2p cubed plus 3p squared. And go ahead and change to our blue. We're going to write our 4p cubed plus our, minus our 3p squared. All right, change to our black. Underline, this is still addition. So we have 3p squared minus 3p squared, 3p squared plus a negative 3p squared, which is the same as minus, gives us a 0. And we have 2p cubed plus a 4p cubed, which gives us a 6p cubed. So the answer, I know there's going to be plus 0 here, but the answer is actually just going to be 6p cubed. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Once again, we're just going to go ahead and leave the gaps open for this one just so you kind of get an idea of how they work. So this one, the first one we're going to do is in green again. We have a negative 12x to the 4th. And I'm just going to check over here. So there is an x to the 3rd power, but there's no x to the 2nd. So I'm not going to leave a gap for that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and put x here. Then we're going to go ahead and go in blue. And we're going to have x to the 4th plus 3x squared. There's no x here. So I'm going to, or x, cubed. There's no x squared here or there, so we'll leave that, and then plus 3. And then we're going to go ahead and draw a line here. And we have our 3, our x, plus 3x cubed, and then our negative 12x to the 4th plus x to the 4th would give us a negative 11x to the 4th. So once again, you can see, like, I can do this fairly easy, and I still get a little confused with the gaps. So I think for the rest of them, I'm just going to go ahead and fill those gaps in just for reference.